Can human consciousness be uploaded to a computer? Because of the birth of the internet. Did you create the fruit of life in the Garden of Eden? If Adam had eaten only the fruit of wisdom, abandoned immortality. Is it a description? We humans have the ability to worship God. Is there a way we can turn humans into true God? Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. Ava believes that many viewers have not seen in the Ava, Adam and Lilith, the first pair of humans created by God, except for Adam, who ate the fruit of wisdom, and Lilith did not eat the fruit of life. It leads to human intelligence and lack of strength, unable to maintain a massive body, can't have an eternal life. The children of Adam and Eve from the tree of life, called an apostle, is a huge humanoid. They have power. Instead of wisdom and consciousness, they only have biological instincts. The war between humans and the apostles to seize the fruits of the other party. The two fruits are combined. The unity of wisdom it's no different from God. The story in this cartoon fits the human condition. Humans currently only possess intelligence, lacking the power to live forever. We are also looking for the fruit of life that belongs to humans. We are also waiting for the moment when humans become gods. Immortality in our previous films. Several methods have been explained. Many fans feel that uploading their consciousness to the internet, realize brain-computer you can do it another way. Acquire so-called life mode. Musk's brain-computer interface. Suffice to say that this method is feasible. So today we will explain in detail another way for humans to become gods. Brain-computer interfaces. July 2021, University of Los Angeles, doctors and professors of neurosurgery in a patient who has been paralyzed for 12 years performed an implantation through brain implants in the patient's brain. An electronic bridge is established between muscles. After 2 days, the patient regained control of the hip muscles. Implants will, and that's continuously translated into instructions and with the help of a second device implanted in the spine, control the muscles of the legs and feet. After weeks of training, he can do it with the help of a walker. Standing and walking. The results were published in the journal Nature. Professor at the University of Los Angeles in Switzerland, Jocelyn Bloch, led the completion. Researchers also hope to integrate this brain application scope of interface technology. This can help paralyzed people get back on their feet. This method has only been used in science fiction movies. No one can imagine so soon can be applied in the real world. So, speaking of technology, you have to talk about Elon Musk. Founded Neural Connections in 2016. The hope is to eventually connect the human brain to a computer. In addition to enhancing the capabilities of various aspects of the human brain, acquire true immortality. Let humanity find its moment. Life is obsolete. However, in the hardest part is not the nerves, but one that often appears in philosophy, or a common word in the field of metaphysics. Now, consciousness is a very strange thing. Past experience, what you have learned, bits and pieces of life, it leaves an imprint in the brain. Even after a long time, we can still remember those zeros, fragments of stars. In fact, if the brain is not different than a computer, computers can also look at past data, no matter how long it takes. You can take it out and watch. The computer also deletes some useless files. These useless files will also be stored in memory. We search for lost memories. It can be recollected, or hypnosis, and so on. The computer searches for lost files. You can also use some recovery software. So if there is no consciousness of the two, basically without suggestion. So consciousness is really the magic of life. How does consciousness come about? Since our brains are no different from computers, it also has the same capabilities as a computer. So do we. We can copy our memories into the computer, store it. To answer these questions, the first thing we need to figure out is how consciousness is made. Brains have been studied at every stage of history. For example, there's a dwarf living in the brain. Dwarfs make all the decisions, but this conjecture cannot be explained. What's going on inside the dwarf's brain? Is it still in the dwarf's brain? Lived another little dwarf, like a matryoshka doll. So with the development of this theory was rejected, they've come up with the mechanical brain theory. This theory holds that the brain is like an engine. Inside is this gear and transmission. Energy in the brain flow in competition with each other. Control these transmissions, just like our steam engine. This theory also influenced Freud. Freud thought there are 3 kinds of minds in the brain that are constantly fighting. Ego, superego. The energy of their struggle generates consciousness in the brain. The self. The superego corresponds to subconscious and unconscious parts. People will be interested in it later. Make a special video. I will explain it to you in detail later. With the advent of the telephone, another theory of brain consciousness has emerged. This is called the operator theory. What do they think? The brain is like a giant switch. The nerve cells inside are like the wires of a telephone. Consciousness is the operator. Consciousness. He's sitting in front of a giant on-off panel, constantly receiving external signals. But the model, it didn't say. How is this information connected? That makes the brain conscious. Later, because of the appearance of computers, and it raises questions about the brain again. What do they think? Our consciousness is like a software program. The nerve cells in the brain can be found. This is standard hardware. And consciousness is software created by complex assemblages of hardware. Or you can understand it as the brain is the main consciousness is programmed. This program by the collective movement of billions of nerve cells born by accident. Why is it an accident? Because of this miraculous phenomenon. It's something we don't yet understand. Countless top scientists trying to solve it. The main problems existing in brain-computer sensory deficit. Scientists once conducted an experiment. Have a person carry an external device. Do some specified action. The device finishes reading the instructions. Let's get a new person up. Transmit the read information to the newcomer. As a result, the newcomer cannot made by the previous tester. This shows that the signal is in the process of transmission. There's sensory anesthesia. Then this processed information to our prefrontal cortex. Enter us. Your consciousness forms what we call short-term memory. What time is it? It may take a few seconds or minutes. These memories need to be stored for a long time. It also needs to pass through the hippocampus. The hippocampus will fragment these memories to each cortex. Let's say you're walking in the park. The memory of this walk will decompose into different information stored in different locations in the brain. But when recalling this memory of spreading information, you need to extract the information from the memory. Make up a complete memory. This complex process, it's not possible with our technology at the moment. So memories are stored externally. Enter another person's brain. There will be deletions in the process. To deal with this problem, it is necessary to understand the process of 2011 Wake Forest University and the professor at USC. I also did an experiment on memory. They recorded the rat's memories and turn it into numbers. Store in computer. This experiment also proved that computers can indeed preserve mice's memory, but there are also deletions, even extensive memory loss. And the reason for the absence, scientists think it appeared on the seahorse flag. First, experts will analyze the brain, scan, and observe in several steps. The hippocampal weight of mice. At least 2 sets of nerve cells interacted. When mice learned new skills, there was an exchange of information between them. Scientists are probes implanted in the hippocampus of mice. So this was to record how quickly the rats learned new skills. What happened between the 2 districts? After the probe has collected the emitted signal, immediately inject some chemicals into the mouse. Make him forget the new skills he just learned. Then stick the carbon with the memory signal implanted in the brain of this mouse. And then an amazing thing happened. The memory of this skill was immediately restored. This mouse can instantly understand previously learned skills. This experiment is still going on. For example, in 2013, scientists at MIT, not only in the brain of a mouse, implant ordinary implanted virtual memories. This also shows humans are increasingly understanding their own brains. One can read a piece of code. A piece of information makes up for the missing phenomenon. This also means that if brain-computer technology is perfect, will really make humans evolve again. We can be very young, using brain-computer technology to implant a large amount of knowledge. Every parent. You can also choose the future for your children. I want my child to become an architect. I'll put the architect's profile in it. I want my child to study finance. Then enter financial information. After the information enters the brain, sort things out very quickly. People will also instantly understand the knowledge they want. We can also interchange through brain-computer. Upload your skills to the internet. However, those who have mastered this technology, it becomes another creature. This creature we call a god. Because the people who have mastered this technology can plant some false memories in you. For example, I have mastered this technology. Plant some false love memories. Then the other party will be because of these false memories mistaken me for his significant other. And this false memory. There are many scenarios that can be used. Come to think of it, it's still scary. But don't worry too much. It's a brain-computer interface that's currently being tested. No scholar has yet figured out consciousness. How was it born? How are memories stored? Every region of the brain. What are you responsible for? These questions are being explored. In the coming years, we have a good chance of getting more accurate memory of images and images. Scientists may also theoretically changing the course of consciousness with signals or codes. So when human consciousness can be uploaded to the internet, humans found the own fruit of life. Completed the so-called human equity program. The consciousness will be uploaded to the computer or inside the robot. Realize brain-computer interface human-machine death and aging are no longer the end of humanity, the end of several good films. If humans could really be connected by brain machines, human-machine integration breaks the system of life. Can we still be called human beings? I am Universal. My channel is Tezu Universe. Interested friends. Mystery. Remember, see you next time.